UNCW women's soccer continues to roll after claiming 2 wins last week. We'll talk to Chris Neal about it in this edition of Keeping It Real with Coach Neal. Alongside UNCW head women's soccer coach Chris Neal, I'm Eric Rudin. And Coach, 5-1 start, 2 big wins over the weekend at home. This team just continues to be solid day after day after day. You have to be impressed with their efforts.
Yeah, I've said it before, they are very hungry. They're playing very aggressively. And it's been highly entertaining, I think, from the coaches' bench to watch what's going on.
Let's go back to Friday night. You win 4-1 against Kent State. Tied at the half at 1-1, and your team just unloads a 3-goal explosion in that second half. Was it a series of adjustments in that second half, or was it just continuing to do what you were going to do and finally get some results?
It was a combination. There was one specific tactical adjustment we made that we just weren't, as a coaching staff, we did not communicate clear enough in the first half what we wanted. We were able to clean that up at halftime, and it made a significant difference. Kent State in the first half, they had about a 20-minute span there where they were really on top of us. I think the scoreline, the ultimate scoreline of 4-1 was a little flattering to us because that was a very close game, obviously, until the last 90 seconds when they were pushing, trying to get the equalizer, and we were able to crack them open late. So it was a combination. I mean, the kids just, our strength and conditioning coach, Kyle Gilbert, has a saying, all gas, no brakes, and that really has become this team's personality. They just, actually at 3-1, Grace Bondurant had the ball at her feet, and I was screaming, go to the corner with 30 seconds left, and she had other ideas, and she split a couple of players and dribbled straight through the middle and slipped Tara Pack for the 4th goal. So they were definitely all gas, no brakes in that one.
I guess it's one of those cases where you're like, no, okay, we're good with that situation where she gets the goal. Turn around Sunday, you beat Cleveland State 3-0. It's a hot and humid day on the field. You're playing your second game of the weekend. How impressed are you with the fact that your team was able to come back after a tough game Friday, playing in those conditions, and be able to put a shutout on the board?
Very impressive. You know, we talked about it a lot, and the previous Sunday at UNCG, we won, but we did not put together a complete 90 minutes. You know, the heat is an external factor you have to deal with on Sundays, the fatigue from the Friday night. So we talked a lot about how that was going to be a significant challenge for us on this Sunday, and the kids got better and certainly stood up to it better this weekend.
When you're playing at home, obviously you want to win, and you were able to do that this weekend. Is there a little bit of a difference playing at home and knowing that you can get rest in your own beds and go through your normal routine instead of getting on a bus and going through travel and being in an unfamiliar situation?
Well, I think that old cliche home field advantage certainly rings true. It's not rocket science. Cleveland and Kent State were a long way from home and had been on the road for quite a few days, and that starts to wear on a team. And then certainly if you go down a goal or two in that atmosphere, it can almost be like you're ready to get back on the bus and go, or get back on the plane. So I think our kids' energy levels were certainly better because of everything you just mentioned, being able to sleep in your own bed, having a typical schedule, having loved ones and friends and family around. Certainly a lot of motivating elements.
Morgan Nanny was named the tournament's MVP. She was also honored by the CAA as the Player of the Week and Rookie of the Week. She scored twice on Sunday and had the assist on your 3rd goal. She had quite a weekend. She's continuing to give you that depth off the bench that you need, that spark, if you will.
Morgan, I'm very happy for her. I did not know Morgan personally when I took the job in July, but from all my conversations with Stacy, she had about a year and a half of just an uphill battle with surgeries and rehab and trying to get herself. She left high school early and entered UNCW early. So it's been a year and a half process for Morgan to get back on the field. And Morgan has an element of quality to her that a lot of players just will never have. She's got a little something special to her, and we're really trying to approach her the right way in terms of getting her the right amount of minutes, bringing her slowly back into the grind of play, and getting her as close to 100% or at 100% before CAA play begins. But you look at some of the things she's done. She's able to put a ball in frame with power from a variety of different situations and distances. She's able to turn and face up just like that, where some players may take 2 or 3 touches. So we're really trying to cultivate that quality in Morgan.
Morgan's not the only one that has excelled in the last couple of weeks. but your team just continues to push and push. And as you mentioned, they're all gas, no brakes. How impressed are you with the fact that they've been able to keep that momentum going and keep that all gas, no brakes mentality through 3 weeks of the regular season?
Yeah, that's my job, is to make sure they don't get satisfied and get complacent. You know, as a coaching staff, I've inherited a tremendous group of athletes and kids that are hungry to win, that are athletic, that are skillful. Is if I do my job and motivate them, we're going to continue to put out a good product. And so that's what I have to do for them, is provide them a kick in the rear end when they need it, a heavy dose of reality when it's needed, and just a lot of experience as to, hey guys, here's where we are, here are the pitfalls that could happen, here's what we need to do to stay on top. And if we keep them motivated, the sky's the limit for them.
Moving forward now, you face Coastal Carolina on the road Thursday night in your lone game of the week. Two-part question: what do you know about Coastal Carolina, and what kind of challenges do you have knowing that it's just one game this week instead of trying to prepare for two?
Yep. What I know about them is that they are incredibly well coached. Paul Hogan does an awesome job with that team year to year. They've been incredibly successful the last couple of years in the Sun Belt Conference. I believe they've been tournament finalists 2 straight years. And I know they're going to be organized and motivated, because it is pretty much it's a close town rivalry, so to speak. So that's what I expect out of them. And they haven't had a match in, I want to say, 10 days prior to us playing them. I don't know if that was by design or was due to weather. I have no idea, but I know they're going to be rested, and I know they're going to be excited to play again. And with us traveling in on the same day, we better be highly motivated, highly prepared, because it will be a battle.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck. Hopefully next week when we sit down, we'll be talking about win number 6 of the season as you take on Coastal Carolina this week.
Thanks, Eric.
That's head coach Chris Neal, the UNCW women's soccer team. We'll chat with him again next week right here on Keeping It Real with Coach Neal. I'm Eric Roof of the Seahawk Digital Network. Have a great week, everybody.